So we just got back from 2 weeks in Florida, and we brought back a lot of stuff. Here's a look at my haul from Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, Disney, and more. So let's just say that when you're down in Florida for 2 weeks, you tend to accumulate a lot of things. We were actually down in Florida on a business trip, so almost half the trip was actually business meetings and other things. But thanks to my fans and season tickets and annual passes and stuff, we were able to get in several visits to the parks and do a lot of things. And even though we were on a really, really tight budget, and I honestly, if I put the numbers out there on how much we spent on this trip, some of you would be shocked we could do a trip this cheap. But we still managed to bring back a good amount of stuff, even though we really didn't spend much of anything on it. We got in visits to Busch Gardens, to SeaWorld, to Disney Springs. I went to Magic Kingdom for a day. We all went over to Epcot. We went to Hollywood Studios. We stopped at Six Flags Over Georgia on the way back, and we made a couple extra stops too that we hadn't planned that worked out wonderfully thanks again to blessings from viewers. We got to take my daughter out to a very nice dinner, which I'll talk about that in a minute, but I just kind of want to start to share, and I'm going to try and go in semi-chronological order here of the parks that we visited, because there's just a bunch. I've actually got my table sitting here full of stuff. So let me start off with Busch Gardens and SeaWorld. They were really kind of the first ones. And I love SeaWorld. I have to say, they have one of the best coasters I've been on in Mako. Oh my goodness, that coaster is incredible. But we picked up a nice SeaWorld book. And I collect these kinds of souvenir books. So there's all sorts of stuff there. And then we've got a bag full of things here. We did get an on-ride photo, and I'll show this in my Busch Gardens vlog when it eventually gets posted. But my daughter and I did get to ride Cheetah Chase, so there's the on-ride photo, and I'll get that scanned in. That was a really neat coaster because it actually went through part of the old Rhino Rally ride that I used to work on. So that was really cool. And then we've got other things in here. I've got all sorts of stuff in this bag. Oh, let's see, that was actually stuff from another trip. Don't you love when you're organized? But the magnets, again, went kind of cheap. So there is the SeaWorld magnet. And my other SeaWorld magnet. That one's all wood. I thought that was a really cool magnet. And then I've got the Busch Gardens ones here. And I haven't even had a chance to unwrap these. Because I am filming this 12 hours or so after we got home. 14 hours. So if you're looking at this kind of going, wow, he seems kind of rushed and unprepared. Well, that's partially why. There is one of the Busch Gardens magnets. And the nice thing is I was able to find these at a pretty good price. The nice thing about magnets is they generally tend to be fairly inexpensive. So it's a nice way to get yourself a fairly cheap souvenir if you're on a budget like we are. And then my other Busch Gardens magnet right there. And then Busch has actually started something that they're a little late to the game on. Pin trading. And they've got some neat pins. I had a lot of really generic ones. But I did pick up one box of mystery pins here. And I haven't even opened this up yet. So part of the reason I got this series is you can see that there is a Rhino Rally truck on there. And I was like, oh, wouldn't that be cool? Because I did actually have them look around and see if they could find a Rhino Rally pin. And there were no Rhino Rally pins. Because that would have been something I would have spent on right away. So you open it up and you get two little black bags. And the boxes themselves are $19. So you're paying $9 a pin. So they're not the cheapest pins. They're on par with Disney pin pricing. And we've got, let's see here. I'll let you see these. There it goes. Busch Gardens Tampa with the old hanging monorail that's not around anymore. In fact, Cheetah Chase uses its station. And then there is, let's see if we can get that focus for you. There it goes. So those are a couple neat pins. I actually really like that series, and if they weren't quite as expensive, I would have bought a couple more boxes, but I was just like, $19, I really can't afford that, not in large amounts. And then also over at SeaWorld, my wife and daughter picked up a couple other things. that they really liked, there were these gorgeous little paperweights so you can get a jellyfish in there. And try and hold that up so the light doesn't flare too much on it. And then my daughters got a pink one. So they like the jellyfish. And then the one other thing that my wife got on that part was she got herself a very nice mug. Hey, she's a teacher. She needs her coffee. And so she's always after mugs. And I have to say that the penguin ride at SeaWorld was kind of neat. Slightly cheesy story, but neat little ride. So if you get to go to SeaWorld, definitely check that out. It's worth riding. Okay, so let me set those aside. So that was SeaWorld. After SeaWorld, Busch Gardens was Wednesday, SeaWorld was Friday. In the middle of that, I snuck in a personal day, and I headed over to Magic Kingdom to do filming for other videos. Believe it or not, in one day I shot video for 4 different videos. Not complete episodes, but it'll all pop up, so you'll be seeing those coming up pretty soon. And of course, as I was in the park, I had to pick up my packet of Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom cards and the map. These are free after you're in the park. Just head over to the fire station, and they'll even give you the instructions on how to do the game if you want. And then, of course, I went over and saw Mickey and Minnie and signed the big birthday guest book that's there. So when you sign the book, you get a nice little birthday card and all sorts of top 10 ways to celebrate Mickey, and they give you a whole little stack of stickers as well. So that was in there. So of course, got to bring home everything I can get. And then I also did something new this time, and you'll get to see this in the video coming up from the vlog. They've actually, over just past Pirates, in between Pirates and Pecos Bills, they have a new interactive game over there where you can actually go around the whole Adventureland area, and you get to follow these pirate maps. And they will actually take you to different places with different interactive things. And let's see, get it right side up for you there. And it was just a ton of fun. After each one you do, you actually get a card showing the map that you finished up. And if you do 2 or more, you can actually get a free fast pass on the Pirates. So if the line is really long on Pirates, each of these took like 10, 15 minutes. It could be faster to do these. And yes, I did actually get a copy of every single map. But it could be faster to do these and then use the fast pass to get on Pirates than to actually wait in the line, depending upon how long it was. So that was a really neat deal. They're only open till 6, though, so if you're thinking about doing that, make sure you get there early. But that was a lot of fun. I really liked doing that. Let's see, and then after all of that, the next day, Monday, we took a friend of ours to Epcot who had never been to Disney at all, which was a lot of fun. Didn't spend very much money. Again, budgets are really tight. But what we did spend was, he actually bought this for us. This is for my wife's classroom, because this is one of those things we're looking at, oh, wouldn't that be neat? That is so pretty. And we didn't spend it, but he bought this for my wife. And it is just a beautiful parrot. And it's got the hoop there, so she's going to put that in her Spanish classroom. Really, really like that. So now we just got to figure out how to get it up there. She's actually working at her classroom now, and I stole this from her before she could take it. Like, sorry, you can't have it yet. And then my daughter got herself a Nightmare Before Christmas mug, because she really likes Nightmare Before Christmas, and you'll see more on that later. And then over at Studios, I got the free popcorn bucket. So I've got several buckets now. Yeah, it's my bucket defense. And then I did pick up a few pins from Pin Trading, and I've got them kind of sitting in front of me here. My daughter picked up a Cheshire Cat pin, which is really neat. You can see it's got all sorts of little crystal shapes in there, and trying to get to reflect off the light without blurring out. And then we bought, let's see, this one was actually a gift. There's a Flower and Garden Festival pin. I did spend money on 2 limited release pins, limited edition, limited release. The 30th anniversary Hollywood Studios pin, and then the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Yes, I did have to get those 2, and that was my big splurge at the Disney parks. I did actually buy another set of pins to trade, and I didn't use them. I actually gone over to Character Experience, in fact, and had bought a couple little sets of pins, which I then used for trading, but that one I ended up deciding to keep. The pins I used for trading, I then traveled around, and some of these pins are ones that people gave me at the meet and greet on Saturday, so I'm going to show you those. But then several of these I also traded for. So for my daughter, we got her a Tinkerbell. And I think that one's probably a fake. Pretty sure on that. A really cute Dale. I had a chip that went right along with this one. And ran into this little girl on the monorail who was just absolutely adorable, who was just starting pin trading and so excited, and asked her who her favorite character was, and she was like, Chip! Okay, here's a chip pin. So yeah, my chip pin disappeared. These also I traded for. I'm fairly sure these are fake. The one thing to be aware of, because so many people are buying the cheap junk bulk things on Amazon, the lanyards anymore are flooded with fake pins. So be aware, most of the pins you trade for at Disney now are fake. Don't buy the bulks, okay? Buy real pins. But even so, even though, because I had only paid like $4 for the set of pins I traded. So there's the Adventures Club. So I don't terribly mind replacing real pins that I could afford cheaply, and it's Figment. So these are ones I liked, and I will actually mark these as fake. This one, I think there's a chance it's real, but more than likely it's not. And then the Mad Hatter's hat. That one's also possibly real, although it feels a little soft on the enamel. So those are my questionable ones. And then I also traded for a couple others that I saw. This one is definitely real. And that's really, let's see here if we can get it out where the camera will focus. It's basically a Rebel Squadron Gold Leader. This is actually the second one of this series I've managed to find now. This is from the old Pin Trader one. So I now have 2 of these. And eventually maybe I can work on getting the whole set. We bought this pin for my wife. So there is, let's see, come here, camera. So it's Maleficent. Maleficent is actually my wife's favorite villain ever since she saw the movie. There, that's a little bit better for you. She really likes Maleficent, which we think is kind of funny. I was given these pins as gifts. Actually traded them with a couple people at my meet and greet. So those are really cool. And then this is a cast exclusive series. I was blessed that a person at my meet and greet traded for a couple, and then I found another one as well. So the only way you can get these is by buying them at the cast store. They're part of a mystery set. So there is one of the dwarves. I believe that one is Happy, and the other one is Doc. And I might have those backwards. And then this is also from another mystery cast exclusive set. And we took a while. We couldn't figure out who this was. It's actually on the back. It is the Colonel from Jungle Book. Yeah, that's his tail sticking out there. Colonel Jr., rather. So, but neat set. Assuming I don't throw them around. We also picked up several crushed pennies for my son. And these are hard to show, but I've got like 6 of them here. Don't tell him I bought him stuff. I'm going to show you some things that we brought back for my son. Let's see, there we go. So, several crushed pennies. Those I need to take pictures of. We did get him a couple things, too. We got him at SeaWorld. We got him, because he collects coins and pennies. And then it's got a backside. And then, over at Busch Gardens. And these I'm giving to him, but I'll be honest, I'm really tempted to keep them. So there is Kumba and Shikra. And then, yes, they do have a backside that actually talks about the parks. So that was really cool. So that's kind of the small stuff there. After that, for my daughter's birthday, I had actually gotten a message while we were sitting at Fantasmic from one of my viewers, a gentleman named Leo, who's blessed me like crazy. He's the one who actually took me to France. Sends me this message and says, take your daughter out to wherever she wants to eat, make it nice, make it fun. And so we started tossing around options, and okay, we don't want to go too ridiculous. And long story short, we ended up at Sleuth's Mystery Dinner. We have never done something like this before, and it was a blast. Oh my goodness, it was fun. If we could do it again, we would. Just absolutely a great time. We did spend a little bit money there because it was the first time we had done something like that. So we did bring home the picture pack that they had. This was $10, I think. 10 or 15. I don't remember how much it was. It wasn't too bad for the pictures. And then my daughter, because we were part of we got a special package for my daughter's birthday. And so with that, we got these really nice glasses with it. And so we each brought home a glass, and you can see the backside there. For my daughter's birthday, they actually gave her a little birthday present. There you go, with her name on it. And inside was a nice little magnifying glass with the sticker. What was really neat is included dinner. I had prime rib. My daughter and wife had a honey glazed chicken. And it was, with my wife's allergies, it's very hard sometimes to get meals. They were wonderful. I called them on the phone, talked about the allergies, and they had it all set up perfect. My wife had one of the best meals she's had in a long time. Just great food. And the show was absolutely fantastic. And then after the show, because the package, we got a little discount at the shop, and my daughter had spent some of her birthday money she had been getting, and so she got herself that, which that is just really neat. So there's the mask that she bought, and then the only magnet they had was the really big one, so I did get a car magnet. And then again, for my son, you can't say anything, don't tell him, but we got him some glasses and a Sherlock Holmes hat. So those are there. And actually, surprisingly enough, these things were not that expensive. So you're looking and go, man, you spent a lot of money. Okay, here's the hat. That's not much money. And yes, it actually does fit my fat head. So, and then they had these wonderful little, if you remember the old Encyclopedia Brown mysteries, well, think about that for like adults. And again, it was honestly relatively inexpensive. We were really surprised about that and pleased. So, but Sleuth was a fantastic dinner. And then during the daytime, we had actually been down at Cocoa Beach, enjoying the sand, making sandcastles and stuff. And we stopped at a wonderful little shop in Cocoa Beach where they bought these fragrant soaps. Again, this is my daughter's birthday stuff. So she got several things there. She got a really pretty flower soap. They loved the soap shop. Soap shop. Yeah, the soap shop. Really, really liked that shop. So if you're in Cocoa Beach, go by the soap shop. It's got some incredible stuff and great things. And then for her birthday, the lady actually gave her a whole jar of activated charcoal to use for various things. So you ladies, you'll understand that one. Us guys are like, I don't know, science stuff? Makeup and other things. I don't know. And then just before we left, I almost forgot. We also had a friend of ours gift me with this, and I'll be using this down in Disneyland when we go, even though it's a Walt, let's see, that way. There we go, Walt Disney World. But this is really neat because when I travel, oftentimes I end up with this mess of receipts and stuff. And this actually, it's got, let's see, helps if I open it from the front. It has log pages that you can use. But then it also has several different envelopes. So as far as organizing my receipts, that's going to be very handy. Autograph pages, if I want to do that. Another pouch there. And just a really neat little booklet. And then stickers in the back. So yes, I actually will be making use of that. And then our next to last day in Florida, we were really blessed that one of the cast members who works there actually got together and took us over to Cast Connection. Cast Connection is where they take the things that aren't going to be sold in the park anymore. They don't have enough, didn't sell enough, or they just end up with way too many, and took us over there and allowed us to go shopping. This is where I used to go shopping a lot when I was a cast member. And some of these things you can actually find over at the Character Connection at the outlet malls in Orlando. So you'll find them for sale there sometimes, but if you have a cast member to get you into Cast Connection, you can find it even cheaper, and the only way into Cast Connection is with a cast member. So you can't just drop in. They won't let you. But my wife, I had actually looked at these in the park for my wife and just didn't buy it because it was like, I can't justify that much money because they were $17 in the park. $5 at Cast Connection. And my wife actually loves Edna Mode. So that was an easy purchase for her. My daughter, I had mentioned Nightmare Before Christmas. Well, she found this gorgeous scarf. And so she had to get that. So she's got herself a Nightmare Before Christmas scarf. And that was $10. That was her birthday money. She also got herself a very nice Aladdin tea set. And then also with her birthday money, yes, my daughter had birthday money. She's the one that had spending money. Keep in mind, my daughter's an artist, so she got this big Mickey sketch pad, and this was only $5. You know, good luck getting a good sketch pad for that price anywhere, let alone an official Disney one. And then here's kind of where I did spend a little bit more money because I have been so good. See if I can move this stuff here without dropping it all over like I'm so good at. They had some Figment patches, so I had to pick those up. Those are like $1. And then pins, of course, because you can get pins there. Those were $3 each, so I have one for me and one for a trader. And then a location pin, so that was $4. See if you can... There we go. Copper Creek Resort. And then these were only $2. So that's for the Pandora Conservation League. And yes, I got a couple others for traders. So if you're a pin trader, I do have a couple extras of those I could trade. Actually, I got 3 extras. Really like this Aladdin pin, so that one I'm going to keep. And then they had Star Wars name tags. This is actually from the cruise. And so those were there. I had to get one of those. And then they had a couple lanyards that I went ahead and bought. One, there was a Pirates lanyard, which is really cool. And then, of course, you got the ID tag thing that goes with it. And these were $2 each. And then for Epcot's 30th anniversary, they went crazy in making stuff and didn't sell anywhere near as much. So you have the Epcot 30th anniversary lanyards. And then you also have these. And these were 99 cents each. Well, $1.99 for this part and then 99 cents for the lanyard. I was like, you know what? That's just really cool. So I bought 2. One to put away and keep as a souvenir. And then another one for all those times you have to wear lanyards. Well, now I can actually wear an Epcot lanyard and I'm not tossing away money on a different thing. So that was kind of my splurge there. The last place that we got to go to was Six Flags Over Georgia. And had a great time. Oh my goodness. Six Flags Over Georgia is probably the prettiest of the Six Flags parks I've been to outside of maybe Texas. Lots of trees, pretty park, great coasters. And again, my daughter for her birthday money got to get a Pepe Le Pew. She likes stinky stuff. I don't know. And then we picked up a couple other little gifts. One of these is for my wife. One is for my son. So there was the cross there. This was at Six Flags. That's a really nice cross necklace. And then for my wife, she bought herself, and see if I can give you a close-up of this. It's a necklace, and it's kind of hard to see with it swinging, but there's a pearl on there and a seashell, and she really liked that. And then we got one on-ride photo there. With my daughter and I, we picked it up on Twisted Cyclone. Because with our membership, we get a free picture. So we figured, hey, why not? Let's get a free picture. So there's the picture there, and I'll make sure you get a good look at that one in the video. Oh, and one other thing I forgot. At the cast store, my son's other gift. So again, you can't tell him. This is $5. I'm like, hey, why not? It is the Imperial version of BB-8, but it actually spins and lights up and makes sound. So BB-9E. So that was like, hey, it's a cheap gift. And then, of course, the one other thing I brought back, and I'm not going to show all of these to you, but... yes, I brought back brochures and maps and all sorts of other stuff. So I still have to go through and sort all of that. Me and my brochure obsession. That meant that every time we saw a welcome center, we were stopping to look at more. So that is all that we brought back with us. And I know it looks like a bunch, but when you actually start looking at how much we spent, we really didn't spend much at all. My daughter actually spent more by herself than my wife and I spent combined in all this other stuff. Isn't that a crazy thought? But then she had the souvenir money, or the birthday money that she was getting. It was fun. She was getting it while we were on the trip. So that's what we brought back. You can see we had a lot of fun. We brought back a lot of great stuff, a lot of things to add to the collections. And we couldn't have done that trip without you. So thank you so much for watching the videos. Thank you to everybody who gave. Thank you especially to everybody who chipped in on the Busch Gardens and SeaWorld tickets and passes. Can't wait to get those vlogs up and share everything that we did during this trip. You all help make a wonderful trip possible, and we are very, very appreciative. So thank you for all of this, and if you want to see something else up close, let me know. Did I miss some great souvenirs that I could have bought cheap? Please let me know that too. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your feedback, for liking, sharing, and comments below. And thank you to my patrons for your support. Y'all rock, and I appreciate you so very much. Thanks, and God bless. If you'd like to know about my merchandise, fan pages, and more, be sure to check the description below. If you'd like to know whenever I've got a new video posted, well, make sure you hit that button right up there and subscribe. If you'd like to watch another one of my videos, I've got a great one for you right here. And if you'd like to be like these wonderful people here and support me financially on Patreon, well, make sure you check the link right there. There's even some extra perks for them. Thank you so much, and God bless.